Hello, welcome. This is the tarot readings for all signs of the zodiac for Monday and the week ahead, basically. So yeah, it's just kind of for the next week. So I'm using the Alice in Wonderland deck. I'm going to use that as our spirit guide message to see what your spirit guides are helping you with at the moment. And I'm also using the angelic love messages for our relationship message. I'm using the blunt truth deck for the message about what your person is thinking about. So and we're going to go through all signs of the zodiac. So if you know your astrology chart, then you'll be able to watch a few of the different messages. Obviously it's super hot here in England. It's so hot, it's like a heat wave right now for us. So I apologise if I seem a bit groggy. It's just the heat is mental. Okay, so we'll just go into Taurus really. And I hope you're doing all right, by the way. I always say we're going into Taurus, and then I say I hope you're doing all right, but I hope you are doing all right. If you watch the channel regularly, you're part of my soul family. We're all in the same soul group. It just basically means that we've come here to this incarnation with a similar amount of karma, with very similar karma to burn off, and a lot of our spiritual challenges are quite similar as well, because I've spoke to lots of you and that is definitely the case. So yeah, so I do understand what you're going through and what it's like living this life on Gaia. And today I am drinking a peach. This is peach squash with very cold water. Right, so we're going to Taurus then. Okay, just got my list so that I don't forget, because I'm the way my brain is, I have to write everything down, even though I do the same order every time. Right, so Taurus. Triangle, evaluate your emotions for a firm decision. Okay, so they're getting you to really think at the moment, Taurus, about what is it that you really want. You know, I feel it's a message of what is your truth right now. So that really helps you eliminate a lot of the ego and a lot of the confusing messages your mind might send you. You've really got to focus on your truth at this current time. Okay, so you've been stuck with mind patterns and fear. Okay, so you've been experiencing a very stuck time in your life, and it's just really, it's all in your head, and you sort of know on a level that a lot of your anxieties and problems have been kind of made up in your own mind. But the mind is a very powerful thing, because that's where our karma manifests itself. Our karmic patterns are basically in our head largely, and they're also in our energy field as well. So that's what makes it really difficult to get ourselves out of periods of time where we feel quite stuck or quite negative. You've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse, so there's something within you at the moment that's very strong. Okay, this is a very good energy to have. Page of Pentacles typically means the beginning of a very exciting time, but equally you can get very distracted. It's in reverse, so that's telling me that Taurus at the moment, you're not going to get distracted. It's like so easy for you to just zone in right now. What is it I really want? What is my truth? And nothing is going to just like distract you from that at this current time. So it's a newfound strength that you have. And that is typical Taurus energy, but it's not easy to achieve for people in my soul group. Tauruses in my soul group haven't found that as easy as other Tauruses, okay? Now, the person you're connected to, or it's a group energy, have the Six of Swords. Basically, your person or the people you're going to be connecting to are actually moving forward more easily now. They're identifying who fits into their life and who doesn't. They're starting to become more real. And they've also got the Emperor card. So you're going to be surrounded by people that are being more rational in the coming days next week, which is really good, you know, because if people are more rational, it means they're thinking more clearly. And that's what you basically require. We all need that. So it's going to become more obvious to you. It's becoming more obvious to you that you need to stay focused on your truth and not keep getting distracted by your mind or negative thinking. Equally, the people around you are becoming more decisive and more rational and realizing why they need you or how you are helpful, and they're going to be a lot more focused and less dramatic. You have got sensitive people around you, most likely because you're very sensitive. I'm affected by cosmic and collective energies. So that is confirmation that the people around you tend to be, or have tended to be, very erratic. And the reason why they've been erratic is because they're super sensitive and affected by cosmic and collective energies. But it looks to me in the cards like this is going to calm down over the next week. And you're actually going to see people being more rational and more focused and actually appreciating you more and the role that you play. So stay centered at this time. I don't even need to tell you that, because I can see by the cards that all the Taurus people in this soul family over the next week, you're just going to be so much more focused on your truth, and that just creates such a good alignment. Let's have a look what your spirit guides are supporting you with. Choices, feeling blocked and restrained. So I do think you have felt very blocked and restrained in the past with this 8 of Swords, and your spirit guides are really, really helping you with that now. You're going to start to notice that you are making choices more easily, that you are definitely more focused on your truth and where you want to go. It's going to be much easier for you to stay focused and stop this whole pattern of keep changing your mind or being affected by negative thoughts. I feel like people in this soul family for Taurus over the next week, you know, it's like so much easier for you to stay focused on your path and not keep getting upset and stressed, okay? So this is good because basically it's a big shift for you right now, Taurus, and you're going to be getting into such a better alignment whereby you know what you want, and instead of sabotaging yourself, you're actually going to stay on track. It's going to get easier. Okay, so we're going to Virgo. Choices. Pause before you choose. So you're getting much better, Virgo, lately about making choices and thinking more clearly about those choices. I feel like the Virgo people in this family, the soul family, you're raising your level of consciousness, and where previously you might have made choices because of what you thought you had to do and your responsibilities and trying to be perfect, now you're much more aware that you don't want to just keep making choices out of habit, or because you feel like you're pressuring yourself to be a certain person, but that you are actually making the choices that come from your heart. So, you know, that's really, really going to have a positive effect for you on your relationships and lots of areas in your life. You know, you have felt blocked and you have felt like really scared of what decisions to make. It's not been easy. And it probably felt like this was going on for quite a while. But you've got the 6 of Pentacles. You're moving into much more balanced energy. So that means that you're starting to understand the balance between doing the right thing for yourself, but also doing the right thing for other people. It's just a more balanced flow. Also, there's a really positive sign here that you're going to actually start receiving more. So that's really good as well. You've got someone connected to you that has been very confused as well. It's really similar to you. It's either a person or a group energy where it's like they didn't know what path to take or what choice to make, or they kept getting confused or sending confused messages to you. But again, it's very similar to you. They're coming into their Queen of Pentacles. Your person or group energy is making much more grounded and better judgments and decisions. Likewise, you are. You're going to be making much more balanced decisions. There is something very special here in the energy for Virgo that's improving now. Somebody is sorry about the way they've treated you. They probably know that they've given you mixed signals or they've been confusing. And that is all going to start changing now. I wonder if some karma's been paid off lately and something is being reset, because you are definitely moving from a very stuck and confused energy into a much more balanced energy, and it looks exactly the same for the person or the outside energy around you. They are so much more, they're just making such a better decisions. There's definitely something here that's going to improve for you. Your spirit guides are helping you to shine bright like a candle. You will make it through this. So that's confirmation that someone in spirit is helping you now to become more balanced, more focused, and be able to make better choices, to stay true to yourself, you know. And you're actually like shining so bright. You're following your heart and your vibration is lifting, and it's manifesting a much better energy for you. Like, you could have a situation where somebody's been really undecided about you, or something hasn't been happening for you, and it's about to change. Like, it's all about to change. So that's really good for Virgo. Okay, so we're going to Capricorn. Okay, so you've got the card Curiosity. Learn to be curious about each other. I feel like there's going to be a shift here in your relationships and how you view your relationships. And instead of taking things so personally, you start to just be really curious about, you know, the people around you or maybe a particular person. And it's coming from a more centered place. It's coming from a place within yourself whereby you don't feel so easily threatened or overly sensitive anymore. You actually feel a lot more calm and centered. So it's like, oh, you know, like I'm not overreacting to every single thing. I'm more calm and centered in myself, and I can actually just be curious and have fun with people. Okay, so you were watching a situation, and you were maybe being way too focused and obsessed about it. You were probably too cautious or too scared or too obsessed. So you've decided to give that up recently with the Page of Swords in reverse. You've decided to take the pressure off it and to try and relax and just try to let things be and just go with the flow. This is helping you to take your power back with the Five of Swords, and you're starting to just totally recenter yourself, take your power back, be more the real you again. So that's probably why you can just kind of observe people from a more like calm, centered place and be more balanced about things, you know. Just bide your time and be more relaxed like you would if it was just, say, like a friend or a family member where you're just totally chilled. It just feels like there's something really chilling out for Capricorn at the moment, the next week. Now your person does really care about you. They've got the Queen of Cups. This person would actually really like to tell you how they feel about you. This person does genuinely care. Sometimes they can be quite quiet, which may make it a bit confusing. They're very tuned into themselves, so again that can sometimes make them a little bit beguiling or confusing in some way, but they're moving into Emperor energy the next week, so they're becoming more rational and they're probably more likely to communicate with you or be more straightforward with you, which is nice. The main thing is that this person does really care. That is definitely confirmed there. I have a lot of sexual thoughts about you. So there's somebody here that is thinking about you. I mean, maybe it's not sexual if it's something to do with work or family, but there is definitely somebody who does think about you. Again, it's coupled with the Queen of Cups. There's somebody here that really does care, and you're going to see over the next week that they're more rational, they're more calm. They're coming to a more calm energy where they're going to be thinking more straight and stop overreacting so much or stop being so dramatic. But again, you may have set the tone energetically for that because you've pulled back, you've decided to relax, you've decided to center yourself, and that is probably having a really beneficial effect on this connection or situation in your life. Have a look at what Spirit is helping you with. I want to be a queen, stating your sovereignty, declaring freedom and passing a test. So Spirit is confirming that they're helping you to pass the spiritual test because you've been dealing with a really difficult situation that's probably been quite mysterious. And what you've done is find your value within yourself, take your power back, get yourself more centered, and Spirit has been supporting you with that. I feel like a relationship is now going to come into a more stable period of time purely because you are becoming more stable within yourself. So it's going to be nice because you're going to start learning about each other from a much more happy, relaxed space rather than feeling stressed and tense or obsessed. Okay, so let's go into Aquarius. Arrival, love may be just around the corner. Okay, so this is your time to shine. This is your time to have joy, to have love, Aquarius. And it's all about to come to you. I'm just having a drink. Sorry about that. Oh dear, it's so hot here. Right, so Aquarius. It's been really painful. It's been a very painful process for you. You've been sort of healing so much stuff within yourself. It's unreal. And it's probably felt like you haven't had much fun. It's been really hard going, really, really tough. You may have been grieving something or dealing with something that was really hard, but you're having a breakthrough the next week. There's a massive energetic breakthrough happening here for Aquarius. So you really are going to be arriving. You're really coming into the frequency of love and happiness and joy in your life. Your person here wants to offer you something and they're really thinking about it. They might get confused still at times about what it is that they want to offer you. Deep down, somebody wants to offer you something really, really good, something really, really real, but they are still figuring out things inside themselves. So I would say try not to take it too personally. If there's a situation that is taking some time to manifest for you, I feel like it is going to come very soon, just as and when this person or situation really has figured out a few more things, but it looks like it will happen. There is somebody that really misses you when they're not with you. It says, I really miss you, my heart hurts. So it's not about you or there being anything wrong with you. It's literally about this person figuring out in their own head who they are and moving out the way anything that tends to confuse them. Your spirit guides are helping you with creating your own life, belong to your own dream. So this is a new beginning for you. This is a new chapter for you, Aquarius, for you to really arrive and really serve yourself. And now you're coming into your true energy, and it's going to come with a lot more joy, a lot more happiness, and a lot more connection. And that has been very difficult for you for quite some time, but your spirit guides are helping you now to actually cultivate and create the life that you've always wanted. So if your person or your situation is still a little bit confused at this time, I would urge you to just have a little bit more patience, because you know, creating the life you want does take some time to manifest from the unmanifest world into the physical world. So these cards are definitely confirming it's worth hanging in there, and it's worth being patient, and it's worth staying centered, because I do feel from these cards the next week you're going to start seeing a bit of progress in the right direction for the things that you have been wanting to happen. And it's all going to start coming together for Aquarius at this time. Okay, so we're going to Gemini. Okay, you've got understanding. Happy couples understand each other. So there's something here to do with understanding that's very important, and things always have to start from within first. So where you are starting to understand yourself on a much more deeper and useful level, more than ever before, this is going to start rippling out vibrationally to all of your relationships, because our relationships with other people are just a direct reflection of our relationship with ourselves. So there is definitely some things you're starting to understand about yourself now, and what's meaningful and important to you, and that's going to start rippling out into your relationships. You know, it's like there's going to be a lot more understanding coming for you between you and other people. Like, it's been a really conflicting time, and you may have felt very pulled in different directions about what you need to do and like where you need to be putting your attention, and it may have felt very, very distracting. But it's something that you are now getting over, and the next week you're going to be moving forward much more effectively, much more aligned. There's a lot of progress. You're passing a spiritual test. So yeah, you just gaining a lot of understanding now about why you were so conflicted, why you were pulled in so many directions, why you were so distracted. Now there's going to be no holding you back. It's going to be very, very clear to you over the next week how you're heading forward. There's somebody connected to you that's had addictions or bad habits with the Devil card. They may have had an ego identity, like a fake identity that they were playing into. They may not have even realised they were doing it, but that is kind of fading away, and they're giving up their addictions or their bad habits. And this person has the Hangman card, so Spirit is not allowing this person to go back into denial. This person is being woken up by Spirit to really be their true self. Your person is saying, I don't have the energy for this right now. I think that's the thing. I think they've come to a certain understanding about the things they were doing and realizing that it was just kind of draining their energy, or they're just over it. I mean, it may have been at that point it was their truth, and these were the things they needed to do because that was their truth. But right now things are changing. They're being woken up by Spirit, and it's not their truth anymore. So they now are going to be stepping forward much more aligned, you know, much more in their truth. There may be a slight pause while they're reviewing things, but they definitely won't be going backwards into their old habits. And likewise, you're getting a lot of understanding and clarity within yourself, and you're going to be progressing and moving forward much more effectively now. Your spirit guides are helping you with keeping up, immense effort and advance. So that really goes nicely with the Chariot card, and it really indicates how spirit is. There's someone in spirit that is helping you, Gemini, to now make these forward movements, and you're not going to feel conflicted anymore. You're not going to feel so stuck. You're not going to feel so distracted or pulled in different directions. You're going to feel a lot more focused, and spirit is helping you to just basically keep driving forwards, you know, because you've got more understanding. It's going to be much clearer for you what you need to do and how you're going to be doing it. It's just going to be easier. So there's a relationship here that could basically improve as well, because your person's definitely giving up some habits. Okay, just gonna have a drink. It's so hot, got to. Okay, so we're going to Libra. Ahead, focus on what is in front. So there's no need to focus on what's happened before. This is like a fresh slate. There could be a relationship or a situation here where it's just like, we're moving forward now. We don't need to ruminate or reminisce on what's happened already or get stressed about what's happened already. It's like, wow, fresh eyes. It's really easy for people in this soul family of Libra to just move forward and be true to yourself and just have fun in the moment now. You found your value and your worth, and it's been, you know, bloody hard work with the Nine of Pentacles, but you've done it and you have found your value, you have found your worth, you're in a good position, you know, you're very attractive right now, you're very independent right now, and you've got the Strength card. It's like you really know what you're doing now. It's like luck is on your side, spirit is on your side. Things will be shifting to move you forward now. It's almost going to feel quite magical for Libra the next week as you move forward, and you just find it so easy, so much easier to just stand in your power and be independent. You know, it's not difficult for you anymore, and that's a major breakthrough for Libras in this family, because typically we spend a lot of time worrying about other people and wondering how we can maintain connections and things like that. But this is all just automatically happening now. It's like spirit's got hold of you. Spirit is just helping things happen. Spirit is just helping make connections happen. And it's really wonderful. It's like a whole easier chapter for you. Your person has been very depressed or stuck or disappointed, but they are finally letting go of a lot of that karma and energy. They're still being really careful, you know, they're being careful, but you may get a tentative offer or like very like small little offerings or olive branches from this person, and it's just a sign that this person is actually moving forward, but they're just cautious, and they're just being a little bit careful. So there could be some nice little improvements the next week. Your person says, I am quiet to protect you from my ego. So your person has had a hell of a lot of problems that they've had to deal with, and they have been trying to shield you from that. Maybe because they felt ashamed or they knew it wasn't appropriate to share certain things with you. But I feel like they're really letting go of that period of their life. Your spirit guides are helping you with clock time, pressure and inner rush. There is a sense that you've been waiting a very long time to come back into your power and for things to start happening for you. Spirit is just kind of confirming that they know that it has felt like a long time coming for you to have good news and have good like developments happen, and they understand that it's felt like that, but Spirit is letting you know that they are here, and the time is kind of basically now where things are going to start moving forward for Libra. So I would say a relationship or a situation in your life that has felt very stuck is probably going to start moving forward now, gradually and slowly, but you are going to see real movement forward. Okay, so we're going to Leo. Okay, thinking, you may be on somebody's mind. Okay, so somebody, this is confirmation, you know, somebody is thinking about you. I'm just going to have to shut the door because I've got the builders outside. Hang on a minute. Sorry about that. I've got these builders and they, 1 minute they're here and the next minute they're gone, and then the next minute they're back again. And it's so hot, I thought I have the balcony door open, but they're back again, so shut the door. Sorry, Leo. So somebody is definitely thinking about you with this card. You may be on somebody's mind, and I think you know that you are. Okay. They're right outside. I might have to shut my kitchen window. Got their music on as well. Okay. So you were all over the place, Leo. Okay, I hope you don't mind me saying. Leo in this soul family. Right, we've been all over the place. It's been really hard. You've had loads of different options and ideas running through your mind, and it was probably almost to the point that it was giving you mental health problems, okay? With this 7 of Cups, but it's in reverse, which is showing that most recently you've finally come to some decisions. You finally found the miracle is happening and you can actually think straight. Remember, the first card is thinking. So it's like, wow, there's a major breakthrough here for Leo in terms of your thinking and being able to see more clearly what you need to do and what you really want, okay? And you're not feeling so torn and confused. Now you've got the High Priestess. You're being very silent about it over the next week. You're being very wise. You're not shouting it from the rooftops. You are also being very humble to Spirit and accepting the fact that, you know, you have to have a bit of patience in order to get what you want. And it's not coming straight away. But if you stay very wise and very patient and silent and you stay on task, which you now can do, you are going to end up with a situation that you really, really like. So there is pure potential here for Leo right now. Okay, so your person is basically making a decision. Your person is coming into a new chapter in their life, and this is kind of predestined by Spirit with the Judgment card. Spirit has been working behind the scenes with your person to prepare them for a new chapter. And they've got the Temperance card. There is a lot of healing going on for your person the next week. A lot of their energy is going to be balancing out, okay? Now, this could be a person or this could be a situation in your life. Finally entering a new chapter whereby this situation becomes a lot more balanced, a lot more healed, a lot more gentle, a lot more aligned. So there is a situation here improving for Leo over the next week, right? So that is why it's best to stay very silent and very spiritual at this time, which is exactly what you're going to do. Yeah, your person is saying, I am at a crossroads and I'm choosing which path to take, okay? So there's a lot of consideration going on for your person, and it really looks like they're going to be making the right choices and the right decisions. And like I said, it could even be a situation in your life. It doesn't have to be a person, but there is a situation here for Leo that is finally going to be decided, and it's finally going to be aligned in the right position for you. Okay, so something is about to improve for Leo. So you're ready for it. You have been ready for some time, but more recently you've got extremely ready. I think you know what I'm talking about. Your spirit guides are saying the right way, learning to create what you desire. So your spirit guides are confirming that things had to be done the right way, and you know, you had to go through a whole journey of learning to create what you desire, because it wasn't very easy. Leo typically is a star sign where it's like, you know, we can decide what we want and we can really go for our desires. But in this soul family, that's been more tricky and difficult because of karma that we brought into this incarnation. But I feel like there's a massive step forward here for people in this soul family of Leo. And it's like, wow, finally, this is the time, this is the moment whereby Spirit is supporting you to be ultra clear on what you desire and really start creating this life you want. You're finally free of a very stuck time, and your person is going through a very similar process, or your situation is going through a similar process. So something is going to be coming together for Leo in the next week. So watch this space. Let's go into Aries. Lessons. Love teaches us many lessons. Okay, so there's people in your vicinity that have been teaching you a lot of lessons lately. Okay, and it's been really hard, but these people have been part of your soul growth. You know, you may have felt like you were abandoned or extremely triggered by certain people, but it's now becoming very clear to you that it was all part of your growth. You've recently found a much better alignment, and things are really starting to fall into place for you with the Star card. And you've got the Hangman as well. This is reassurance from Spirit. If you feel like things are starting to improve in your life and you're thinking, oh my God, are they going to keep improving? Because this is so amazing. This is confirmation from Spirit that yes, this situation is going to keep improving now. And it's largely because you've come into your truth. You know, you've set the precedents and you've been like, right, this is my truth. I'm not going to let myself get scared. I'm just going to stick with my truth. And that is having a very powerful impact on things. And you're going to find that connections or certain situations are now going to enter a period of time which is much, much better. There's somebody here that really cares about you, Aries. They've got the Queen of Cups. And this person cares about you. They may be quite quiet. They're very in touch with themselves, or they have been trying to get in touch with themselves, and they genuinely care about you. They may have been a bit confusing because there's a sort of quietness to this person or situation. But what we see here is the Emperor card, which shows that this situation is going to move into a much more rational and practical arrangement, which is going to be way more conscious. So there's definitely a situation or relationship here that is going to be more conscious going forward. And it's like you've both learned so many lessons from this situation. This person says, I see signs about you everywhere. So you have had like a major impact on somebody or on a situation. Your spirit guides are helping you. They say impossible things, working through disbelief, imaginative leaps, and refreshed perspective. So there's something that may have felt really, really impossible, but actually when you finally came into your truth and found your alignment, and you had the courage to do that, it was like, boom, the most impossible thing could become possible. And it was all to do with you making choices, because you had felt blocked and restrained. It says here, feeling blocked or restrained, making choices. Spirit's been helping you to turn something around, and it was all just a matter of you getting into your alignment, making your truthful choice. And then once you did that, it's like, boom, everything else can come into alignment for you and come into a much better vibration. So I see a situation or a relationship finally starting to improve, and it may feel like a complete miracle. Okay. So that's the message, is to just keep staying in your truth and your alignment. And if you keep doing that, then this situation will keep improving. So I've got to keep drinking today because it's so hot. I'm going to Sagittarius. Separation. Separation is not the end. So you may feel like there's been a separation between you and somebody recently, and it felt very much like you're separated or apart. or maybe it's between you and a certain situation that you had wanted. But basically, Spirit is saying it's not the end. You've got here the Ace of Pentacles to the Ace of Wands. I mean, this is a very intense energy, Sagittarius. You are going to find over the next week that Spirit is presenting you with just like a major, major opportunity here. It's really exciting. To get the Ace of Pentacles to the Ace of Wands, I mean, your finances could suddenly improve out of nowhere. Also, not only your finances could massively improve here, but you could be offered an opportunity that is just going to be so amazing. Now, your person here has got the Fool to the Devil. So there's somebody here that is embarking on a new journey. They may feel quite nervous and quite scared, and they may sometimes present in a way that is either very addictive or karmic. Okay, and it's literally because this is so new to them. They've never been in this type of scenario before. And I really honestly feel that this person is going through some temporary mental health problems that they will get through. They also do feel that although they want to pull away from you, I am being shown here in these cards that they actually can't do it. Okay, they will always end up gravitating back to you. Sagittarius, you're finding your power. The Sagittarius people in this soul group at this time are seriously finding your abundance and your power, which you may think really, but you really, really are. This is a massive breakthrough over the next week for Sagittarius in this soul family. You have got a lot more power than you think over a lot of situations and people in your life. There's somebody saying here, I'm being quiet to protect you from my ego. Yeah, I think somebody has been hiding some of their mental health problems from you, but they can't really do that anymore, and they're coming to the surface more, and it's more obvious now to you over the next week what this person's struggles are. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, the main thing is that although there may seem to be some separations occurring around Sagittarius in this soul family, actually that is not really going to be the case. And you are going to realize over the next week that you are really truly empowered, and that people just are so drawn to you, you know, and that people do actually need you. So your spirit guides are going to help you over the next week with getting to know who you are, getting to know the new you. So there is definitely confirmation from Spirit here that this is all about you finally getting to know who you really are, and basically how powerful and empowered you actually are. I just get the sense that there's certain things around you at this time that feel frightening or stressful, but you're going to find that these situations actually end up going in your favor. And that's what's going to empower you, because you're going to realize how much influence and sort of like how magnetic you are to the people around you. So hang in there at the moment, because certain situations are probably going to completely turn around. Okay, Scorpio. Okay, disagreements, agree to disagree. There's something very clever that you're doing at this current time, which is that wherever there seems to be disagreements or difficulties, you're just being super cool and you're just being super calm and peaceful about it. And that's really, really wise and really, really conscious. It's like Scorpio in the soul family has found this new ability to just be really peaceful about things and really accepting. And that is a really divine energy as well. There's been some like shocking changes and really sort of like surprising things happening that have felt really big for you lately. And you move into the King of Cups over the next week. It's like you're just really coming deeper and deeper into your spiritual energy, and you're able to observe the things that are going on around you from a much more peaceful place, and just be like super accepting of it, and just be like, right, okay, it's fine. I can handle it because I am spiritual. I am at one with myself. I don't need to react to dramas. And you know what powerful energy that really is? It's amazing. I feel like you're just not so bothered or stressed by things anymore, Scorpio, in this soul family. Now your person has got the High Priestess. There's somebody here that's been very, very private, and it would have probably been really frustrating for you not knowing what was going to happen with this person or what was going to happen with this situation. Okay, and there could have been a lot of ego or a lot of like red tape or like a lot of powerful people perhaps that you've had to deal with, but they're coming down off their high horse. 6 of Wands in reversed. So there's somebody here or a group energy coming off their high horse, and the next week it will actually get a lot more easier and a lot more clear to you what is happening. But it's happening because, Scorpio, in this soul family, you're moving into your emotional mastery, and you're just not getting so flustered or reactive to things that happen, you know. So it's like the external reality, there's a situation here which finally starts to become easier. It's like I feel somebody becoming much more supportive to you over the next week. Yeah, somebody is gaining clarity over what they need to do. I know what I need to do. Because you're standing in your strengths. You're standing in your spiritual strengths, in your peace and your calm. You're agreeing to disagree. You're being more accepting. And so there's a situation here that is going to become much more peaceful and supportive. Your spirit guides are confirming that they are helping you to become braver, resilience, experience, growing stronger, and a fresh perspective. You know, someone in spirit is seriously helping Scorpios in this soul family over the next week to just be, and even right now, to just be so much more mature spiritually, so much more mature emotionally. So there is something that's going to shift for you, and it's going to be way more supportive, but it's because your energy is very, very resilient at this time. There is definitely somebody in spirit that is helping you to grow stronger and be more brave, you know. So something will turn around the next week. Okay, so let's take a drink. We're going to Pisces. Curiosity. Learn to be curious about each other. So you've been much more curious about yourself, and you've been learning loads of different things lately. And there's now this kind of thing going on with different relationships in your life whereby people want to learn about you, and you're learning about yourself, and you're learning about them, and it's just so much more fluid and nice. So you could be getting closer to people at this time. You've got fond memories of somebody. You've realised in your truth, in your heart, that there's a person or a situation that you really, really care about. You could also have childhood issues at this time coming back, and you could be making more sense of those childhood issues and feeling a lot more peaceful and loving towards yourself because you finally understand certain things. There's an opportunity over the next week, which is really beautiful and exciting. Ace of Pentacles. There's sort of like an opportunity here for more money to come into your life over time. And also this is like a new opportunity for you to be more healthy and more happy. There's somebody in your life that felt very betrayed, very stabbed in the back, and it may have been very difficult for them to get over it with the Ten of Swords. You know, this was a really, really bad time. They were already kind of over the worst of it, but they may have kept themselves stuck in that position. But over the next week, this person's renewing themselves. They're just becoming way more positive and they're in a much more better position. So it's like good timing between you and somebody else here. Very good timing. Yeah, when this person was going through a difficult time, they didn't know what to say to you because they were still dealing and stuck with the fact that they felt betrayed or stabbed in the back, or like, you know, there was just something they couldn't get over. And in that time frame, there was like this feeling of like, I don't know what to say to you, but there was still like a connection there that was obviously very natural. But what's happening over the next week is this person or situation is moving into a much more healthy, stronger position whereby they would be able to communicate, they would be able to offer something. And with you having the Ace of Pentacles, it really looks like you're ready for this. There's definitely a feeling of you and a situation finally coming into alignment and probably now being more ready than you were previously. Your spirit guides are talking about painting the roses red, covering up errors. So it's like a reset button, you know. It's like spirit is saying there is now the opportunity for like things that went wrong to be covered up, to be reset. Then we don't need to look at the errors anymore, you know. It's like we can just make things right and make things better. Because the fact that you can be curious about a situation, it's like you're just way more at peace, way more healthier. And there's a situation here that is definitely more balanced, more healthy. You're both in a better position, or you are in a better position, and now this situation can come forward to you. And your spirit guides are basically saying that there's no need to focus on what went wrong in the past. It's just now it's all about things being fun again and good again. Okay. So this could definitely be a new beginning for you with a situation or a person, and the timing is much better now. Okay. So let's go into Cancer. Ooh. The Triangle card came out. Evaluate your emotions for a firm decision. So Cancerians in this soul family, it's all about you now feeling much more able to make decisions with this card. Okay. It says evaluate your emotions for a firm decision. So you're now looking at your emotions and you're looking at your truth, and what is your truth at this current time. Now, there's been certain lessons that you've had to go through which have taught you certain lessons that you needed to learn. Love teaches us many lessons, and it's teaching you lessons about what it is that's really in your truth. Okay, so you've basically found your truth, you found your star. Spirit is saying that you are headed towards your wishes fulfilled at this current time, Cancer. And it's all because you are being authentic and real with yourself finally. You're not pulling yourself out of alignment. You're actually following what feels right in your heart. Now, you're also in a much better position whereby you won't get manipulated again. You're just like so better able to deal with challenges. There are some challenges you need to deal with, but you can now deal with them in a much more appropriate way. There's somebody here with the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands. You're dealing with somebody here that is basically maturing. This is somebody who would have been very loyal to you, and they would have been offering something genuine, but it would, sorry, it's not in reverse, so I just held it that way. This person would have been offering you something, but it may have felt very slow or a bit boring or a bit serious or just too delayed and slow. They're moving into the King of Wands energy over the next week. This person is finding the fire in their belly. They are much more charismatic, but they are also much more responsible. They are mature. This is somebody who is being very honest and genuine. This person's honest and genuine all the way through about how much they like you or how much they're interested in you in whatever capacity that may be. There's definitely somebody here who's been interested in you, but now it's like they're finding their fire, they're finding their inspiration. This person is being very serious here. I feel like there's somebody that could be really acting on their impulses towards you over the next week. This person just wanted to know, can you accept me as I am? I think they're making the realization over the next week that you will accept them, or that you will accept the situation, and that's why they're going to be moving forwards and acting on it in a much more practical way. Your spirit guides are helping you with choices, feeling blocked and restrained. So you probably felt very blocked, very restrained, very confused, but it was all about the lessons, the spiritual lessons you were going through, Cancer. And over the next week, it's really much easier for you to continue making decisions and choices, looking within your heart and knowing this is my truth, you know. And someone in spirit is actually really helping you to do this. It's getting much more focused and easy for Cancer now to move forward with less doubt in your mind, and you're not feeling so torn in different directions, which is fantastic. You're much better equipped now to deal with things, and you're much more grounded. You're much more strong in yourself, you know. So it really looks like a situation for Cancer is going to be improving over the next week, and you're going to feel really good about it. Okay, so that's the message. That's all the messages. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for giving the video a thumbs up. If you want to book in, you're very welcome. You know, you can message me anytime on Facebook, on my email. All the details are below how you want to contact me on my website. I can do tarot readings, or I can do your birth chart with you, and I do go right into the core of your birth chart so that you come away with a lot of clarity about what it is you're here to do, and what it is you're here to kind of like transcend, you know. So I'm sending you lots of love and peace, and thank you so much. Sending lots of love across Gaia to you wherever you are. Peace.